As we are done with logic to write data frame to files using specified file format in the target location, now it's time for us to refactor the code as part of app.py. First, we need to import the function. For that, we can say from write import and then import two files. Then you can actually remove these two lines of code where we are printing schema and also where we are actually displaying few records. Now we have to invoke the function to_files. It takes three arguments. Let's say to_files. The first argument is nothing but df_transformed. We need to have year, month and day as well because we are going to partition using those. On top of this, we also need to pass target directory and target file format. Let me copy this and paste it here. The reason why I'm using this piece of code is because we'll be passing even the target directory as well as target file format as environment variables itself. Here I have to say tgt_dir. This will be the second argument to this. And then third argument is nothing but the file format. The variable is nothing but tgt_file format. The environment variable is nothing but tgt_file_format, all uppercase. I can actually pass this as third argument to this. Now to run this, I have to set these two additional environment variables. For that, I can go to run, then edit configurations. Then I can actually click on this. Let's define the variable tgt_dir. We'll pass the value in a moment. First, let me actually define the variable tgt_file_format. The value is nothing but parquet. Now, when it comes to target directory, the location is nothing but this one. Instead of landing, we just have to say raw. So in the actual project directory, which is nothing but users, itversity, projects, internal, itv gh activity, data, itv github. Earlier we have defined as landing for source. Now we are actually using raw. That's the only change. Rest of the stuff is same. Even the folder under the raw is nothing but gh activity. Now the files will be created using parquet file format in this location where the files will be partitioned by year, month and day. Now let's say OK and then apply and then click on OK. As we are done with changes required as part of app.py and also as we are done with the runtime environment variables configuration, we should be able to run this and you can actually see the files in the target location. Let's right click on this, then say run app. It will take care of running the program. It will read the JSON files, apply the transformation to add additional columns such as year, month and day. And then the data frame will be returned to the target location using that information. Let's validate once the execution is done. Now it is successfully executed. The first check which you should focus on is nothing but exit code. Your Spark jobs should return exit code 0. If not, that means there is something wrong with it. In this case, the exit code is 0. You can see here. Now you can go to the terminal. Let's come out of this PySpark console. Then we should be able to say find and then data and hit enter. You can see all the files in the data folder here. This is the one which is processed. You can see the target here. The reason why it have processed only this data is nothing but one of the runtime configuration will actually tell which date files should be processed. It is nothing but source file pattern. You can see that it is configured to 2021 January 13th. Now we can say OK and then OK. For 2021 January 13th, you can see the partition folders. In that we can see a file here. Even though we said 16 for coalesce, it have created only one file because we are running it locally with a limited data volume. For that reason, we got only one file. This is how you should be able to take care of the preliminary validation to see whether the files are copied as expected or not. Now we have to take care of additional validations. The source file and the target file should have exact count because we are not applying any filters. For that, now I can actually say PySpark. It will take care of launching the PySpark for us. Now I can actually say src_df equal to spark.read.json. The source location is nothing but data, then itv github landing gh activity 2021 January 13 0.json.gz. You can paste it here, then close it. Once the data frame is created, we should be able to run count by saying src_df.count like this. Let's see how many records we have. We have 90,911 as part of this file 2021 January 13 0. Now we have to run similar code on top of the target location. The target files are nothing but of type parquet. So I can say spark.read.parquet. Then I can specify the target location. As of now, we have only one folder, and hence we can specify up to the folder. We don't need to specify the file name. Then we can actually paste it here, hit enter. You can see that it have created the data frame. You can actually say tgt_df.count and hit enter. You can see the count. You can also run some additional validations by saying tgt_df.print schema to see all the fields are there as part of this data frame. You can see all the fields here. The reason why it is not showing year, month and day is we have actually passed up to the day directly. If I remove this and if I run it, it will consider even the folder names as additional columns as part of the data frame. Now I can say print schema. We can see year, month and day. We can run the count. The count will be same because we have only one file. You can also run show to actually print the records from the data frame. We can also say select repo.star to just get the details about repo attribute within the data frame. You can actually see the results. This is how you should be able to run and also take care of validation. Validation is key. Once you run, you should also validate to confirm that the logic is working as expected. In this case, we got the count, we printed the schema, we have reviewed the files and the folder structure. We have even watched the exit code, and then we even previewed the data. These sanity checks are mandatory to confirm the logic is working as expected. As we are done with development and validation locally, now it is time for us to productionize and deploy the code in production type of environments. We might have to refactor some code to actually productionize. We will get into those details as well in the pursuit of productionizing the code so that it can be deployed in higher environments.